Hello, my Sagittarius. This is Erica, and I'm doing your mid-monthly general reading for July 2019. This will resonate with your sun, moon, rising sign, but anywhere else that Sagittarius is in your chart that resonates with you, right? Let's see. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Remember, time is fluid, so this could be happening now or this can be upcoming. As well, this could have happened in the past, but for some reason, maybe it's still lingering in your energy. If I call out signs and it resonates, cool. If it doesn't, cool, because remember, not every sign is going to be dealing with the same signs. This could be going from your perspective or the other person's perspective as well. It's just, you know, the messages come as they come, right? And this is for who needs to hear it, so if it doesn't resonate at all, check your other signs, and also check out the other fantastic readers we have here on YouTube. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start. Alright. One more shuffle here. Divine Source, Angels, what messages do you have for my Sagittarius at this time? What messages do you want to bring forth for the Sagittarians at this time? One, two, three. Thank you. Ooh, the owl. I love me the owl. Very spiritual creature. Which I guess, you know, every creature embodies their own spiritual what's the word? Qualities. But the owl's definitely the wise one. The all-seeing. Alright, here we go. I'll be reading from my Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. Alrighty. The owl guards against oh no, that's the reverse. Look around you, notice every detail, and find the hidden messages brought to you by the owl. Do not shoot the messenger. Be grateful to the friend who shows you what you have not wanted to see until now. Observe all the facets of the diamond without judgment. Remember, the facets you dislike are often mirrors of the parts of you that you do not want to recognize. Do not be afraid of the truth, as it will become your compass. I've actually heard too, like the whole concept that everyone is you pushed out. That when you meet people you don't like and you can't stand, that you're seeing a part of you in them that you don't like about yourself. And Aaron Daughtry, I think's his name. He's a YouTuber. But he provides a lot of content on that whole concept and how kind of, you know, heal the inside to change the outside, right? All right. So, let's see why this came up. Or how is it relevant? All right, Spirit. Angels, what messages do you have for my Sagittariuses at this time? What messages do you have for my Sagittarians? What messages do you have for my Sagittarians right now? What would you like to talk to them about? What messages do you have for my Sagittarians? Two more shuffles. One, two. Alright, thank you. What messages do you want to bring forth for my Sagittarians right now? So, when a card usually comes out sideways, like I always say, I take it upright, but it's about, for me, when it's sideways, it's like it's, for some of you, you might be struggling to get to this place, and it's, yeah, it might be a struggle to get to this place when it's upright. So we have the Temple Path, which is awesome. The Temple Path is all about following your higher calling, your soul purpose, you know, ascended masters, your spirit guides being around you, leading you on the direction to life that you're supposed to be going to. All right, what other messages? All right. Ooh, 7th chakra upright. Boy, you doing the damn thing. You got the owl, the Temple Path, the 7th chakra. What's up? All right, one more card. What messages do you want to bring forth for my Sagittarians? Nice. The thinking woman. The thinking woman for me, too, is the quality of air. So you could have air in your chart as well. So let's go ahead and clarify temple path. Divine source, angels, spirit guides. Why is temple path here for my Sagittarians? What do you want my Sagittarians to know about the temple path? Thank you. Two more. Alright. Why is temple path here for my Sagittarians? Oop. Damn. Alright. So we have the Four of Swords with the Six of Pentacles. So you could be right now in a time of contemplation and a time of healing. You're really trying to dig deeper into yourself in order to restore a balance to your stability, to your physical life. You might be actually aware that, you know, a lot of outer chaos is created by inner chaos. So you're doing a lot of inner work. You're doing a lot of healing. You could have gone through a heartbreak in the recent past, and that is why you're back on track with your healing and your meditation and trying to gain solid ground in your life again, trying to become more balanced. And also I'm hearing you're trying to figure out, well, you know that you have to help yourself first in order to help other people. All right. Yeah, I feel like you are dropping everything that no longer serves you. And I mean, you're not, okay, I'm just going to kind of fiddle-faddle around and drop it here and drop one there. You're like, fuck it, dropping it off, because you know your path, you know your calling, or if you don't, you know that is what's required in order to move forward. You're dropping the baggage, you're dropping the drama, you're dropping the gossip, you're dropping, you know, the heartache. You're moving on. You're moving on. The Wheel of Fortune right now is a time in your life to be focusing more on being the magician and creating the reality that you want, creating the reality that is suitable for you, but also, like I said, getting back into maybe spiritual practices, or maybe like different kind of magical practices. If you practice any kind of magic, you're getting back into that because you know that, again, the whole as above, so below thing, as within, so without. But you also know that, you know, in the past, some deception, I'm hearing, some deception threw you off your course, but in all actuality, it's part of the path. The deception was there. The heartache had to happen because at some points in your life, like everybody else, we get distracted with the physical world. You know, we start getting distracted of everything that we see and hear and feel, and that becomes our reality, instead of realizing that we are creating our reality and our emotions are creating our reality, and that, you know, there's a higher purpose and call to life other than just going to work and hanging out with friends and, you know, finding somebody to live with. However, I feel like there is a call to work on your self-love more. That even though you know you're dropping burdens, even though you know that you're moving forward in life and you're progressing, you're still feeling some kind of emotional satisfaction, some kind of disconnect with your family, or a disconnect of wanting to have a family, of wanting to settle down, of wanting to have a deeper level of commitment, of wanting that, you know, everybody wants to be part of a family and be part of a loving, you know, unit, you know, whether you're married or, you know, part of a bigger community. Maybe that's, I'm hearing for some of you, you're trying to find friends of your same caliber. the same level that you resonate with, that people that can help you grow instead of hinder your progress, people that can talk about alchemy and that can talk about, you know, the spiritual realm and dimensions and stuff like that, instead of just so concerned with, hey man, have you seen the new Jordans that came out? Right? Which is nothing wrong, obviously, with those mundane everyday things, but do not be consumed by it. So I feel like I said, that even though that you're working on yourself, you're progressing, you're letting things go, you're becoming more of an alchemist right now, there's still some emotional satisfaction that is hindering you from being totally emotionally satisfied. And it could be like, you know, self-healing. Some self-healing still needs to take place in order to get to that place of emotional satisfaction. Because once you get to that emotional satisfaction, like, you are not taking unhealthy relationships anymore. You're only taking what is fair, what is balanced, and what is not burdensome. And you keep wondering why you're not able to find somebody that can provide you with that kind of, you know, kind of lifestyle in a way. So you're kind of stuck you're kind of stuck somewhere in your progression. You are finally knowing what you want. You are finally being able to discern what's illusion, what's, you know, toxic, what's going to be an asset or a liability. But there's still some kind of spiritual lesson that you're missing. And Spirit's not letting you move forward until this spiritual lesson is learned. And, you know, pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams can offer you insight on what is this spiritual lesson that Spirit is trying to teach you before being able to move forward in your spiritual life and in your life period. I'm feeling like you are though, even though you feel like you're kind of stuck and stagnant, you're still trying to move forward with a happy heart. You're still trying your hardest to enjoy life and not to be vindictive or malicious or you're trying your best to be your best, even though you don't. Spiritually, you're kind of confused on why things haven't manifest that you have set out into the universe. Why haven't things come to you yet? Even though, you know, it seems like everything else is coming together in your life, and it seems like, you know, you are working towards a deeper level in your own spiritual practices, but it's like there's something missing and you can't figure it out. But you're still trying to have a positive mind frame. I'm hearing for some of you, don't let your friends distract you. Like, if Spirit's like, if you're having a strong pull to kind of like maybe isolate or like to read more, to study more, to meditate more, but like your friends are always happen to call you when you're about to meditate, or happen to call you when you want to, you know, stay home and, you know, do some spiritual work, don't let your friends stop you. That's only for some of you. But also I'm hearing too, your words, you're not giving your words enough credit. Words are power. The power of life and death is in the tongue. So you have what you say, right? If you are feeling stuck in life, don't keep repeating that out loud. Because the more stuck you keep saying you are, the more it's going to happen. And that may be where a lot of your victory lies, is in your words. Maybe Spirit wants you to use your words more. We have 2 7s I just noticed right here. 2 7s, 2 5s. There's some transfer, and 2 10s. Interesting. No, 1, 2, that's 3 10s. You have 3 10s. So there are cycles that are being completed in your life. That is why the Wheel of Fortune is moving, because the temple path is moving you to complete those cycles, you know, in order to begin a new one. But there still has to be some transformation that has to go on into how you speak, I feel. That's a lot of what's going to hold the key in your transformation in this period right now. Be very careful of what you say over yourself, how you talk about your life. And one thing I want to start trying, and I'm a bum, I haven't done it yet, is a lot of people will talk about that you could either write it down in your bathroom, like next to your mirror, or you can just take it with you. But every morning, look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself directly in your eyes and speak positive affirmations over yourself. I am healthy. I am successful. I am abundant. I am always attracting love into my life. I am always attracting positive people into my life. I am always attracting money into my life in the most positive ways. I am unstoppable. I am confident. I am more than a conqueror. You know, like, claim those things over to your life, because the more you say it, the more you believe it. The more you believe it, the more that it manifests, okay? And like I said, it's about your healing, your learning. Spirit is showing you what to nurture, what to grow, and what is wasted energy. It's about healing that is ultimately leading to your better path in life, or to your highest good, and to those things that you've been asking for. What advice do you have for Sagittarius dealing with the higher path? Or the temple path. Well, higher path, temple path, same thing. If any of y'all have ever heard of Gaia, it's like the spiritual version of Netflix. They have a lot of documentaries on a whole wide variety of spiritual topics. They even have a section for meditation where it's all meditation videos, all different kind of meditation videos, all different kind of yoga videos. I mean, you can find information on aliens, which is pretty freaking cool. But they have information on a lot of stuff. And it's like, if you're kind of unsure where to go on your next level in spirituality, or if you're just kind of waking up, I recommend to get it. It helped me grow exponentially when I was started my awakening process. I had it on like nothing but that for like 3 months. And I learned so much shit, and I need to do it again. I'm hearing that I needed to start it again. But like, you know, because also you are what you feed yourself, and media is part of you're feeding yourself. So if you are just solely listening to rap music, not saying it's bad, but just hear me out. It could be metal music too. I've had to downgrade how much metal music I listen to. But because of lyrics, okay? Remember that too. The lyrics, words have power. So the words you're listening to is getting lodged into your subconscious and into your energy field. So if it's negativity, that's going to breed more negativity in your life and in your thought patterns. So anyways, so whatever you're feeding yourself, you know, so if you're just listening to like negative music, and if you're just watching drama shows like I don't know what fucking drama shows are out there. I don't know. But like the have and the have-nots. Holy shit. I laugh all the time when my mom watches this. And if you like this, I apologize, because I do watch some, you know, drama shows too, because I ain't got no drama in my life. So I kind of live vicariously almost in a way. But like, you don't want to be consumed in that, okay? Because when you start being consumed in that, it's like you almost start wanting to act it out in your own life. Just, more of the story, be careful of what you watch, be careful of what you listen to, be careful of the people you're around, the conversation that's coming out of your mouth, alright? Just because that does feed your soul as well. What advice do you have for my Sagittarians regarding the temple path? Oh my god, 20 minutes in already. Alright. Page of Wands. So I'm feeling like, yeah, right now is a time to more focus on your internal world rather than your external world. Don't worry so much about things that are on the outside right now. Right now is not a time to really be trying to take charge and trying to take action. As I'm hearing, the more action you take, like the more conflict it will create. So here's another 5 as well. So right now I'm feeling like right now Spirit wants to get you to a place where you can like listen but not say anything, that you can look and not touch, that you can, you know, how can I say this? Like, really be mindful and aware of the things that you're doing. And so it's like, take a time out and like being so action oriented right now. Because like I said, the more action you take, I feel, on particular situations, it might actually make it worse. And so don't focus so much on having to be like strong and having to take charge and having to be this bad, like, I want to say bitch so bad. Bad boss, okay? Right now is more of a time just to chill, to relax, to be a little bit more passive. Now, being passive doesn't mean that you shouldn't be on guard. You know, always be vigilant, always be discerning, always be, you know, observing things and people and patterns in your life. But don't take action towards them right now. Is what you think might be the right answer actually might not be the right answer once you actually start meditating on it and start letting Spirit or God give you the answer of which way to go. Alright? And sometimes we don't have to take an action. Sometimes Spirit will take care of it for us. And I do that a lot. I'm just like, maybe it's the Gemini in me. But I'm just like, you know what? If this job is supposed to be for me, like, I'm not going to fight for it. If it's for me, it's for me. I'm not going to reject it, but I'm not going to fight for it. I'm just going to allow it. And that golden place of allowing the ebb and flow of life, that's when the magic really happens. Alright, 7th chakra, your crown chakra, receiving information and downloads from your higher self, source, spirit. I loves it. Alright, so it seems like it's a really, like, you're going through a real transformation right now, spiritually. And even if you don't realize it, like, consciously that you're doing it, you might just be like, why don't, like, people resonate with me anymore? Like, my friends, I used to, like, go out drinking and partying all the time, and I used to, like, you know, talking to 30, you know, men or women at a time, and now it just doesn't do it for me anymore. Like, it doesn't give me happiness. I'm looking for something deeper in life. It's all part of the plan, baby. Alright. One more shuffle. Good for you guys. Why is 7th chakra here for my Sagittarians? I feel like you have listened to your higher self, or you listened to the messages that you received from God about, I believe, a person that you had a strong connection with, that they might have had a hot temper. It could have been an Aries. They could have had a hot temper. They could have been very, like, very unstable emotionally and in their life. And even though you had a real deep connection with them at one point, Spirit's finally showing you all these things where you're like, ew, oh, ow, like, I really don't like this person like I thought I did. You know, send them healing, loving light, you know. But at the end of the day, you're like, yeah, I'm good. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't even want to mess with that anymore. Thank you, Spirit and God, for clearing out my clutter in my mind, because I was surely bamboozled for a while. But you're starting to see the truth about people. You're starting to see the truth about situations and people in your life that at one point you were attached to it and you thought you needed that in your life to maintain control of who you are. But now you're realizing, you know, sometimes the best way to handle life sometimes is just giving up control issues. Stop trying to figure out, all right, this is what I want, and I need to get it in this order, then this, then this, then this, then this. This is exactly the way it needs to happen, or it's not going to happen. Stop trying to always plan everything out, or trying to, I'm here, like, manipulate situations to go in your favor. Okay? If somebody is for you, they're for you. No games need to be played. If there are games that are being played and manipulation tactics, holy shit, run. And if it's you doing it, stop. I'll get my newspaper and hit you on the nose. But seriously, you know, if you have to start a relationship by being kind of cunning, it's not ever going to grow to its full capacity because it was built on shaky grounds, you know? So you're realizing, like I said, that you don't need to control and manipulate situations all the time because you are powerful as you are. You know things are going to come to you that are meant for you. And if it doesn't come to you, then it's not for you. And things in the past that weren't good for you or that made you feel, you know, kind of shitty, you're like, yeah, I'm now seeing, you know, why there was an ending and why this person had to leave and why I had to leave this job because it wasn't good for me anymore. I feel like a part of you still kind of, 2 6s, huh? So I feel like a part of you is still kind of like hung up maybe on, yeah. A part of you is still hung up on some things from Jesus. There are some things that are still like hung up or you're hung up on from the past. Even though you know that those past situations weren't good for you, you still tend to look at it, but I feel like it's more of a thoughts. It's thoughts more than action. Like you might sometimes kind of get a little nostalgic and you're like, man, that person was pretty fun to hang out with though. But then you realize too, you're like, okay, but it's a bad idea. Like it's spiritually, I will be regressing. If I was to go back to that situation, it would bring me nothing but bad luck, and it would be on like a soul level that I will be regressing. Not only in my life, I will see that I become more unhappy, more sad, more depressed, more anxious. Like my spiritual growth will start hindering. Because you know, you are who you hang out with. So if you're hanging out with really low level vibrational people, eventually that's what you're going to become too. That's the way that science works with particles and quantum physics. It's interesting. Alright. Clarify for me 7th chakra more for my Sagittarians. Alright. But I feel that like with this situation and with any situation period in your life that you feel like is draining you, that you're looking for answers. You're looking for the answers in which way to go and how to release completely because you're not sure how to fully release these burdens. You're not, interesting. Yeah, I feel like so you're not really sure how to release these burdens. I feel like you might be coming from it from like an emotional aspect. Like might be like, you know, but they still were a friend and they were still, you know, they helped out sometimes. Or like, they're still my mother. Or, yeah, he was a crappy boyfriend, but I mean, I really got along with him well. Because you're not seeing the bigger picture. You're not seeing what is meant for you will come for you, but you have to stop looking at the stuff that is distracting. Like, even though that you might have had fun with these people in the past, there's a bigger picture at play. You have to kind of wake up to the illusions that, you know, your emotions might be playing with you. And Cancer, you know, to me a lot is associated with the moon card. And Cancer's all about nostalgia and like, it's all about nostalgia. So a lot of times they have a hard problem moving on from exes because of that nostalgia bringing them, like tugging on their heartstrings and bringing them back, you know, unable to get them to move on. But the thing is that you're looking at these 3 cups and you're looking at how many good times there were. You know, sometimes you think about it, even though other times you're like, holy shit, that they were a moron. Like, they are no good for me. But you're kind of being tugged back and forth. Your emotions are saying one thing, but your head is saying another thing. And Spirit's trying to get you to wake up to see what's really happening, and that there needs to be a conclusion to this saga. To any person that you're not able to release. Because even though these are 3 cups, they're on the ground, right? They're just hanging out there. You might have brought them yourself, you know what I'm saying? But God, Spirit, Divine Source itself is trying to offer you a cup. And this has to be the greatest cup of all, because it's straight from the universe. But you're not seeing it. You're not seeing it because you're getting stuck in your feelings, I feel. You're getting kind of stuck in your feelings, and you're not seeing the bigger picture of there's better out there. But I feel like you'll eventually get that download. You'll see what Spirit's been trying to really tell you. You get the healing, any healing that you need in order to move forward from toxic people or situations. They might not even be that toxic. It's just the fact that they are not on the same path as you, and they serve as a distraction. You will become the Queen of Swords, and you will be able to cut shit out. If it doesn't serve you, you're going to let it go. You're going to cut it out, okay? You're going to cut it out. All right, any advice for my Sagittarians regarding the 7th chakra? What advice do you have for my Sagittarians regarding the 7th chakra? Seven of Wands reverse. Let your guard down. Stop fighting so much in the physical realm for things that you want. Again, it's that whole thing. If there's chaos in your outer world, it starts in your inner world. So go within, meditate, pray, do your spiritual work, you know, because that's what's going to give you the growth that you're looking for. That's what's going to give you the forward momentum that you're looking for. And I'm hearing, stop worrying about everybody else. Focus on yourself right now. Give yourself love. Nurture yourself. And if you have to kind of let people be responsible for their own happiness for a while, so be it. Because you can't expect yourself to have a full cup if you keep giving, you know, your own love to other, like, you can't expect to have a full cup if you keep emptying yours into other people and not refilling it. You're going to end up with a empty ass cup, and everybody has your shit and they're walking away, and now you have nothing. Now you're completely drained. So stop fighting so much in the physical realm for things that you want. Start going within. Start learning about manifestation and law of attraction, and how, you know, our intentions and our words and our beliefs and our thoughts shape our reality. Take care of yourself more. Nurture yourself more. You know, if you haven't bought anything for yourself in a while, I'm hearing, go do it. Go treat yourself, okay? Treat yourself. And that's going to help you move towards the direction that you're going. And also, as you're giving yourself more self-care and more love, you're also going to get in touch with Spirit more. You're going to be in a better space and a higher vibration, and be able to hear those messages or see those messages that, you know, Spirit is really trying to convey to you. Alrighty, last but not least, Thinking Woman. Why is Thinking Woman here for my Sagittarians? Why is Thinking Woman here for my Sagittarians? Why is Thinking Woman here for my Sagittarians? Angels, clarify Thinking Woman for me. Clarify Thinking Woman for me. Alright. Clarify Thinking Woman for me. Alright. So, here we have the 3 of Pentacles with the 7 of Wands. Oh, so I'm hearing that at this time right now, you are going to have to be like really using your intuition and your logic. If something doesn't make sense, like don't try to make it make sense. Focus on things that, all right, focus on things that make you feel good. I'm hearing again, like you might be doing some like studying, some new studying on different, metaphysical subjects or spiritual subjects. And I think that will help aid in your transformation as well, because there's a butterfly. And will help open your heart chakra. Okay, so you have the Three of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Queen of Wands. So again, at this time, I feel like it will be best as you do, like as you start studying more and learning more about different, you know, metaphysical topics, different, I don't even know what you would really call it. I feel like when I say spiritual topics, it kind of sounds like, eh. Anyways, as you learn more about the spirit world, or, you know, the astral realm, whatever you want to call it, you are going to be more clear in who you are. That's what's going to help you get to this Queen of Wands status, Black Cat intuition. Like you're going to get to a place where you feel very abundant, very self-confident, very intuitive, because you're also learning how to be intuitive. You're learning how to listen to your intuition. You're learning how to connect with your spirit guide. You're learning how to, you know, interpret your dreams. And because you're learning that, you're able to also fend off like people that are not good for you, or situations that are not for your highest good. You're like, oh no, that's a red flag. Oh, nope, I see the trick. You're lying. No, thank you. I know there's something better out there. You're able to work on things with people that are actually going to help assist you. And if you're, you know, wanting to find like, you know, again, like friends that are more on your same level, do those things that, you know, reflect that. Talk about metaphysics more. Talk about chakras more. Talk about yoga and meditation more. Read about it more. And the more that your focus is on it, you will start pulling people into your life that either know about it or will be interested enough about it that y'all could, you know, learn about it together. I feel like you are going to be in a very self-confident, self-assured place coming up, because you're learning about yourself as well. You're learning about why you are the way you are, and that you can use it as a strength. It's not a flaw. But I feel like you're gonna have to choose like what you give your energy and time to. Are you gonna choose to focus on relationships more? Or are you gonna choose to focus on yourself more? Are you gonna choose to focus on love more? Or are you gonna choose to focus on personal growth more? You know? You're going to have to choose those things, but also you're going to have to start making choices of the people in your life. Who are you going to decide to give your time to, and who are the people that you're going to have to do that slow fade on? That as you ascend, you know, you just kind of have to leave them behind, and they have the choice to either ascend with you or be left behind. And it might kind of suck making those choices, but you're going to be in that Queen of Swords energy where you're like, man, if you're not with the game, like, you gotta go. Like, it's not gonna happen, right? Like, you're not gonna, it's just not working out for you. What other messages do you have about the thinking woman for my Sagittarians? Yes. So, by learning these things, by doing your work, by letting people go, by building more self-confidence in yourself, by listening to your intuition more, by paying attention to the details in life, and by realizing, you know, life isn't just what you interact with your five senses, it gets the Wheel of Fortune going again. It's time for change. It's time for change in your life. It's time for cycles to you know, be completed. And I feel like Spirit's been trying to get you to understand this for a while, but you've been guarded. You haven't really wanted to let certain things go. Interesting. You haven't wanted to let certain things go, but maybe as you learn about like how energy works as well more, you're more apt to let, you know, things that no longer serve you go. So you have the Two of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot reversed, and the Four of Cups reversed. So I feel like as in this new cycle, like you're not going to be sure which way to go, but you're solely going to have to go off your intuition and what, you know, Spirit is trying to tell you to go. And as you go in that direction, you know, you're going to feel more confident about yourself. You're going to feel more confident about your ability to be abundant, about your ability to be independent, about your ability to attract good things in your life. With the Chariot here, though, I'm hearing, remember, though, it is not something to forget. Like, don't try to only think about positive things and feel like that's just going to be like the way to go. In order to spiritually progress as well, you have to balance the light side of you and the shadow side of you. Everybody has a shadow side. That shadow side is that low level negative stuff that you have learned, have sometimes born with, because it could be passed down, like kind of like a generational curse. Don't forget to do your shadow work. And if you're not sure what shadow work is, you can Google it. But do not forget to do your shadow work, because you have to embrace the light side of you and you have to embrace the dark side of you, because our life on earth is a earth of polarity and duality. There's hot, there's cold, there's light, there's dark, you know? It's, we live a life of polarity. So in order to make the, you know, in order to embrace your light side or your positive side more, you have to dig into your negative side or your shadow side more and see what is, you know, able to be healed and what is just a part of you and that you have to embrace and use it as a positive. Okay? But it's good because you're going to be seeing the bigger picture in things. You're going to be seeing how things are working and why this had to be this way and why, you know, this had to end and why this person came to my life and why I am where I am and why I'm thinking this way, because you're seeing all the intricate parts like a watch. You're seeing all the parts that make the watch, you know, work. All right, what advice do you have for my Sagittarians regarding the thinking woman? What advice do you have for my Sagittarians? All right. So I'm hearing, you have the Ten of Cups, Nine of Swords, Page of Swords. So I'm hearing, try to stay in the most positive vibration as possible. And when anxiety comes, because anxiety will come, because you feel like you're being overwhelmed by which way to go, what to do, who to be around, you can sit in that anxiety for enough time to realize that you aren't where you want to be. But only stay in that place for a short amount of time and go back to realizing everything is working out for the best. Try to be in a positive vibration and always being grateful for where you are right now. Even though you might not be where you want to be, know that you are heading to where you want to be. And to be grateful that you are alive, that you have a roof over your head. You obviously have a phone or computer because you're watching this. You know, there's a lot of people that don't even have a bed to sleep on. So know that you are still blessed even though you are not where you want to be in life. And in that, you know, owning up also to your shadow side also, you know, knowing that life is not going to always be peachy keen rainbows and puppies freaking and glitter. Like, that's, life is seasons. There's summer Oh, there's spring, which is awesome. There's summer, which is awesome unless you live in Georgia. Ugh. Then there's fall and there's winter. So there's times of amazing growth and abundance, and you get to be outside, and you know the sun feels good on you. And then there's other times where it's cold. Everything is dying. Everything is dead. Everything is stagnant. Like, yeah. We all go through seasons in our life as well. So to ignore a season, to ignore a negative emotion would be to ignore us being alive. But the thing is, we don't need to get stuck in it, because as seasons change themselves, it doesn't wait for anybody to feel better to change. Seasons will go on and it will change. So let yourself, you know, be anxious for a little bit, just to realize that you are thinking these thoughts. But then once you've, you know, processed them, go back to knowing that everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. And I feel like that you ooh, okay. So I feel like that a lot of your thoughts, you're going to need to take really control of your thoughts at this time for this month. You're going to have to really take control. And you're like, you know, maybe in the beginning stages of learning how to take control of your thoughts. But also these subjects that you're learning, and you could just, like, you know, learn about neuroplasticity. That's very interesting. You're creating neural pathways in your mind geared towards a certain behavior. So the more that you think positively and the more that you override those negative thoughts, I think for like every negative thought, it takes 3 positive ones to override it. The more that you commit to having a higher mindset and to talking, using your words to talk over yourself, the more that it will become behavior and habit, and the more that you can elevate to the next level. So you're elevating, which is awesome. All right. Finally, what additional messages or advice do you have for my Sagittarians at this time? Divine Source and angels, spirit guides, what additional messages and advice do you have for my Sagittarians at this time? Any additional... And then you have something. What additional messages or advice do you have for my Sagittarians at this time? 2 more cards, please. What additional messages? Oh, well, something's about to happen in a week. Oh, that is... Oh, shoot. There's some in here that I need to finish making, so they're flimsy as crap. Alright. So in about a week, and do realize this, you know, this is a general reading, so for some people it might take a little longer, maybe a little less, it just depends. For some of you it might be spot on in a week from the time you read this, or see this, or from the time it's posted. Time is fluid, and all of our choices can change timelines. Remember that too when you're watching readings. Readings are only picking up on the energy and timeline that you are in now. However, if you make drastic changes or choices, it can put you on a whole nother timeline where you will not be affected, or things will not come out the same way. Okay? Because we are... Aaron Daughtry, he has so many interesting videos on timelines as well. Anyways, so I feel like, you know, you are kind of guarded. You are guarded on things you're willing to let into your life. Or maybe, you know, somebody did you wrong, and so you're guarded against them. You need to fight what you want. Fight for what you want. And I guess it's not giving too much of a clear picture of what that's... I'll pull one more. But it seems like Spirit wants you to find the answers within yourself. You might be trying to go to all these readers and watch all these videos and trying to ask all this advice, where Spirit's like, I have so much information for you, but I want you to do the work yourself. I want you to find out yourself. You want change? Fight for that change. What's going to happen in a week? Why is in a week here? Ooh, toxic person or situation, huh? So, somebody from your past, like we were talking up here, you know, you might have had a deep connection with. Somebody in your past might be coming back in about a week. And they are a toxic person. Or it could be a toxic situation. It could be gossip. It could be that you got yourself or somebody got you in drama. But at the end of the day, what do you really want in life? If it's freedom, fight for what you want. Fight for freedom at any cost. And if it's not talking to anyone, do it. If it's blocking people, do it. If it's moving, I'm hearing for some people. If you're a recovering addict and you can't be around certain people, places, or things, you are guarded for a reason. And to fight for what you want, fight for that sobriety, you might need to move. But go within to find the answers you seek, because Spirit is providing you with every answer, but it wants you to search for it and not for somebody else to give you the answer. Okay? So, I hope that resonated with you, Sagittarius. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you have already, I really freaking appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If it didn't resonate at all, that means it's not your message. It's meant for somebody else. Also could be resonating in about a couple weeks. But, you know, check out other readers here and other signs. As always, love and light to you guys. I will see y'all later. Bye.